Folks, welcome to Legacy IAS. In today's video, we'll be looking into Governor's Office and its surrounding controversies and what reforms are needed. Okay, let's get into the video. Now, here you see a slide on news snippets. Mamata Banerjee's minister's big remark: governor's post must be abolished. Role should be given to High Court Chief Justice. Okay, then Naidu seeks intervention of governor on name change issue. Should abide by cabinet advice. Kerala CM hits out at governor after press conference. Okay, these are just minute news snippets just to know or give an idea as to what is the issue that is surrounding between the post of governor and that of a state government. Okay, let's enter in. Now, before we enter into the issue, let's just get into a brief history about what the post of governor is, how is the person appointed, how it is or is it in any way causing issues for the aforesaid events. Okay, as it appointment, article 153. Here the constitution gives or mentions governor. Okay, so thus making it a constitutional office. Article 153 says that there shall be a governor for each state. The governor is the head of the state, yes. Like president for head of the nation, governor is the head of the state. He is neither directly elected by people nor by an electoral college, okay, unlike the president. He is directly appointed by the president, that thus he is considered as the nominee of central government, okay, but not a subordinate of central government. That has to be looked after. The term of governor is prescribed for 5 years. It's not mandated that he has to be in the part for 5 years. We have looked at multiple real life examples where governors haven't been able to hold the post for 5 years. Okay, there were governors who have completed the term also. New government comes in, the governor gets changed, may get changed, may not get changed. Nothing is set stone or in concrete. Okay. However, the governor is allowed to hold the office at the will of the president. Okay. Next, what is the qualification of a man that is the head of a state? Here the qualification is not too much specific. Okay. It's just that he should be a citizen of India and he should have completed the age of 30. Okay. What is his role as a governor? Okay. What is this role as a governor's office entail? Okay. It is stated that the governor has a dual role. Okay. One is the constitutional head of state and bound by the council of his ministers or the state ministers, and he functions as a vital link between union government and state government. Okay, so now when we say state government and central government, there needs to be a channel of communication between the top and the bottom. Okay, or on horizontal planes, be it on vertical planes or horizontal planes, there needs to be a connection between those two. Okay, that role is served by your governor. Okay, next, what are the constitutional provisions? Okay, article 157, 158, eligibility requirements. Okay, then he has the powers to grant pardons, reprieves, etc. Now article 161, 163, 64, 200, 213, etc. All these are articles that are empowering, that are basically giving power to the office of governor. Okay, now yes, now we know right now in constitution this is the power of the governor. What did constituent assembly during the formation, okay, during the formation of constitution, what did they think or what was their mindset on the idea or role of a governor's office? Okay, one of the strong points is, see, it said that the constitutional assembly viewed the role of a governor in three perspectives. One, a right to be consulted, a right to encourage, and right to warn. So here the role is also rather, in a more of a vague terms. You cannot say it is set in stone this, you cannot tell there is nothing. It's somewhere in between. Okay, like as we say, we operate in gray areas. Okay. Now, the power or the role or the position or what was the conception of the role of governor, it varied from time to time. The role of governor or office of governor varied in 1935, where he assumed a huge amount of role. He could do whatever he wanted. He could abide by the decision of council of ministers or he could choose to not listen to those. Okay. Whereas that position changed when it came to 1947, and that position from 1947 to 2022, that is the 21st century, is drastically different. Okay, as and when the time and scale has changed, the office of governor's role, position, power, and responsibility. Okay, what are the issues surrounding governor's office? Okay, now we said there is center and state. In between, okay, acts as a middleman is the governor, who conveys the wishes from here, from the state to the center, and from the center to the state. Okay, under that term, who exactly does governor have to be loyal to, or who does he work for, or does he work for someone? Should he be loyal to the state government or central government, or he should have impartiality? All these comes under question. Okay, favoring a particular political party. Now, if he is the head of the state, he obviously cannot favor one single political party. Yeah. So, thus he has to remain impartial to any of the parties that are there. Misuse of power. A governor's recommendation for president's rule. Article 356 is often used. This has been in use quite a number of times. Okay. Article 356 has to be used extremely judiciously, but is that the happening scenario or not becomes a matter of debate. Okay. Accountability and effective powers are rather vague. Yes, this is true for the post of governor. Now, what is Supreme Court's view on governor's office? Okay, this Har Govind Pant versus Rao Gokul Tilak. The Supreme Court affirmed that the office of governor was not subordinate to the government of India, that is the central government. The office of governor is independent. It is not a subordinate or an attachment or an arm of central government. Okay. In S.R. Bommai versus Union of India case, the Supreme Court said that the office of governor is intended to ensure protection and sustenance of the constitutional process of the working of constitution by the elected executive. Okay. In S.R. Bommai case, they try to show up as to what a governor's role is supposed to do and what is it not supposed to do. Okay. A feature on both of the aspects were given. Next, Supreme Court's verdict in BP Singhal versus Union of India in the interpretation of Article 156 of the Constitution and the arbitrary removal of governors before the expiration of their tenure. Now, this is one thing. Why the expiration of tenure? If a governor is let or is allowed to complete his term for the term of 5 years, okay, there will have to be no favoritism. Okay, one party comes into power, it removes the governors of the other party. Okay, when other party comes into power, they start removing the governors. Okay, this creates a sense of favoritism. Okay, whereas when you provide security of tenure, okay, this doesn't have to be to an extent a favoritism reduces. Okay. Next, the 2016 Supreme Court judgment in Navam Rabia and Deputy Speaker held that the governor's power to summon, prorogue and dissolve the House should be only on the advice of Council of Ministers and not his own. So basically his discretionary powers also comes with a tag, also comes with terms and condition. It is not that he can use any of his methods and means on discretionary power. Those also comes with checks and balances. Okay. This is a parliamentarian system. Anything that happens has to happen with number of checks and balances, and so does the same rule apply for the office of governor. Okay. The judgment, however, also held that the governor has reasons to believe. Okay. If the governor has the reasons to believe the Council of Ministers has lost the confidence of the House, he can ask the Chief Minister to prove the majority. Yes, this kind of times he has a very unique set of discretionary powers. Okay, it's not absolute. Okay, it's also not that he doesn't have anything. He has a very unique set of discretionary powers. Now, what is the recommendation of other commissions? Okay, on the usage of Article 356, Panchi Commission, okay, has recommended that 355 articles and 356 article be amended. Okay, on the Sarkaria Commission has recommended that 356 has to be used very rarely. Okay, with the wide usage of 356, the federalism, the wheel of federalism is getting affected. Okay. Next, recommendations based on Governor's Office has also been made by Administrative Reforms Commission, Raj Manar Committee, Justice V. Challaiah Commission, etc. Okay. On the dismissal of state government under Article 356, again comes your SR Bommai judgment. The arbitrary dismissal of state government, okay, the arbitrary dismissal of state government has to be put to an end, okay, and state government has to be allowed to retain its independence, okay, without center being overlooking it. Okay, that is the basic tenet of federalism, and that has to ensure and work smoothly. That has to be looked after by your governor, office of governor. He has to make sure it runs smoothly rather than create an hurdle in it. Okay. Next, on discretionary power, as we have discussed earlier, the discretionary power of governor is limited and also rather unique. Okay. Next, what is the way ahead? Governor's discretion should only be his or her discretion, indicating that he should not act any decision or take any decisions based on the undue influence or political powers. Okay, or centers powers or any particular favoritism, any of those be it. Okay, a reform in the method of appointment of governor. The way a governor is appointed should be apolitical or apolitical. Basically, when he is the head of the state, he has to remain non-partisan to all of the parties, okay, and operate and make sure that the federalism works in a very effective manner. Okay. Thus we have come to the end of the video. If you like our videos, please do like and subscribe to our channel and share it among your friends. Thank you.